All right, let's talk about artificial intelligence. You know, AI. It feels like it's everywhere these days, doesn't it? And for some people, it's this incredibly exciting new thing. But for a lot of us, it's also, a little bit scary. So what's the deal? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, to really figure that out, we've got to separate the magic from the machine. Let's dive in.
The sci-fi legend Arthur C. Clarke absolutely nailed it with this one. When you see what AI can do today, creating art from scratch, writing complex code, even composing music, it can feel less like technology and more like, like magic. It's kind of overwhelming, and that feeling, that sense that we're dealing with sorcery, is exactly what we need to unpack.
But here's the thing. While this whole AI explosion feels totally new, that anxiety that comes along with it, that feeling, believe it or not, we have been here before. We've been on this exact same ride more times than you might think.
Does this cycle look familiar to you? Back in the 80s, people were worried that personal computers would make teachers totally obsolete. Then, in the 90s, the internet was going to be the end of society as we knew it. The 2000s? Oh, smartphones were definitely going to destroy our ability to focus. Every single time, there was this huge wave of panic about jobs disappearing and life changing for the worse. And yet, every single time, we figured it out. We adapted.
And that, right there, is the real lesson from our history with tech. Our greatest strength isn't trying to fight change. It's our incredible, almost uncanny ability to adapt to it. We learn, we figure out how to use the new tools, and we integrate them into our lives. And what we find are not just threats, but a whole world of new opportunities.
So we've established that this feeling of anxiety, it's not new. But to actually move past it, we need to get a much clearer picture of what AI really is. It's time to stop seeing it as some kind of magic and start talking about it for what it is, a tool.
And this is the most crucial point to remember. Technology itself isn't good or bad. It's neutral. It's just a tool. What it does, and all it does, is amplify the intention of the person who's using it. Any tool, whether it's a simple hammer or a supercomputer, only becomes powerful, for good or for ill, in the hands of a human.
Think about it like this. It's a super simple analogy. A knife. A knife is a piece of technology, right? In one person's hands, it's a tool for spreading butter on toast, for preparing a meal, for creating something nourishing. In another person's hands, it can be used to cause serious harm. The knife itself didn't change at all. The user's intent did. AI is exactly the same, just on a much, much bigger scale. Or, hey, let's take another tool we all use, the calculator. It's fantastic at doing something that's, let's be honest, pretty tedious for most of us, complex math. But does that make the calculator smart on its own? Of course not. To actually use a scientific calculator correctly, you need to understand engineering, or physics, or statistics. You have to know which formulas to plug in, and most importantly, you have to know what the results actually mean. And that right there brings us to the absolute heart of using AI effectively. The power isn't in the AI, the power is in the prompt. See, to get a good answer out of an AI, you have to ask a brilliant question. And to ask a brilliant question, you have to have a deep understanding of the topic yourself. You can't just tell it, hey, write me a marketing strategy. It won't work. You have to know enough about marketing to guide it, to refine it, and to turn its output into something genuinely useful.
Okay, so we've established that AI is a tool, and a pretty powerful one, but it's one that needs our guidance. So now, let's flip the script. Let's talk about what it can't do. What are the things that make us, as humans, completely and utterly irreplaceable?
I want to share a little something with you. It's a short poem called Retaking of Power. It goes, "In cold screens, power was hidden. Algorithms weave webs of illusion, but the flame of the soul still burned, and the human breast beats emotion." It's kind of thoughtful, right?
So just take a second and really think about it. Who do you think wrote that? A modern poet reflecting on our digital age? Maybe a philosopher? What kind of human mind do you think came up with those words?
Well, get ready for a surprise. It was written by Google's Gemini AI. Yeah, I gave it a prompt. It was maybe 6 or 7 lines long, and I just asked for a poem about humanity reclaiming its power from technology. It took a couple of tries, but that's what it came up with.
And this is the absolute perfect example of what AI is and what it isn't.
It is technically brilliant. It understands rhyme and meter and sentence structure. It can arrange words in a way that makes logical sense. But what it can't do is feel. There's no lived experience behind those words, no real heartbreak, no genuine joy. There's no spark of true inspiration. It's an incredibly clever imitation, but it's not a true creation.
So, what do we have that it doesn't? Empathy, that gut-level ability to feel what someone else is feeling. Discernment, the wisdom to know right from wrong, to see the nuance beyond a simple set of rules. Intuition, that gut feeling that guides us when there's no data to be found. And then there's affection and care, the very things that bind us together as people. These aren't programmable skills. They are the absolute core of our humanity.
All right, so if we're not supposed to be in a competition with machines on technical stuff, then what is our role? What's the real challenge for us as we move into this new era?
Well, check this out. Every year, there's a National Week of Innovation held by the National School of Public Administration. In 2024, you'd think the theme would be something obvious, right? Like artificial intelligence or the future of tech. But it wasn't. The theme was new ways of caring.
And that brings us right to the ultimate takeaway here. The greatest innovation we can achieve isn't building a smarter machine. No, the true innovation, the real work ahead for all of us, is to figure out how to be more human in a world that's filled with high technology. It's about using these incredible new tools not to replace our unique abilities, but to amplify them. To use AI to free up our time so we can focus more on empathy, on creativity, and on actually caring for one another.
I want to leave you with this really powerful line from Charlie Chaplin at the end of the film Modern Times. It's a reminder that no matter how advanced our tools get, our greatest power will never lie in our ability to act like machines. It lies in our courage to remain fully, wonderfully, and irreplaceably human. Thanks for joining me.